Welcome back to the Content Complete podcast, featuring myself, Spencer, and my co-host Matt with NFL Gaming TV. And hailing from a land far, far away, down under even, above, if you will. Fistcake, how's it going?
Pretty great. I'm all over the place. What a crazy weekend I had.
Yep.
Check out the stream.
Okay.
Oh, it's going to happen.
It's happening.
Oh, God. It happened. Oh, fuck. Oh, we got fancy things on our stream at www.twitch.tv/NeanderthalGamingTV or Comcast.
Hell
it's
yeah,
beautiful.
buddy.
Let's go. That's fancy. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, so now that we're a fancy, actual modern video game podcast, I guess we should talk about video games or something.
Yeah. Let's start with what we played this week. Fistcake, why don't you start us off?
Well, I guess. So this week, in my week for trying out video games on stream, I tried out Warframe. It's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. I just can't play it for 3 to 4 hours straight because it kind of starts to blend together. But I can come back like daily for like just a quick little like Warframe missions because it is kind of fun. It's just not 4 hours in a row fun.
What's up, Peach?
Yeah, how's it going, Peach?
Hey, Peach. So it's not a terrible game. I can't do it. Like I can Monster Hunter World, I can grind by myself all day long because it's fun to like figure out, what should I do for this? How should I attack this creature? Whereas with Warframe, it's like, okay, now you have to kill hundreds of people with various weapons such as fists or gun or sword or cake. I wish there was a cake Warframe. I mean, maybe someday, but I think there are two different kinds of grind fests, and Warframe is a grind fest that requires people to play with.
Right.
Kind of like earlier WoW or whatever. Like it's just more fun to do it, with people. So, so next week, this coming week, actually, I'll be playing Super Smash Brothers Ultimate on my streams, and then the following week, I will decide what video games I will be playing throughout the next year. Whoa. Okay. But in my free time, well, actually, I played Left 4 Dead 2 with Coulter from Rogue Rage Gaming on Thursday.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fun. The good maps are good. We played through a bunch of modded stuff, so obviously some stuff was going to be sketchy.
Right.
But the good maps were good. Like they actually felt like a real thing. What was it called? Death Aboard 2 was good, and I can't remember what it was called, but some guy that was one of the people who worked on Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 original modding community actually got some mission from Left 4 Dead modded into Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, I think we tuned in when you were playing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. And then so basically he was just kind of explaining to us what they did and how they did and whatnot. So that was kind of interesting. But oddly enough, the Crash Bandicoot 2 course did not hold up well because you had to find stuff along with killing a bunch of zombies. So it was kind of boring.
That seems like a strange mix-up anyways. Let's make a Crash Bandicoot 2 worlds map for Left 4 Dead.
Well, right at the big get-go was really weird, but when they try to make it Crash Bandicoot 2, it's okay, that kind of worked out for that game, but it's not really great for this because it kind of just it hinders progress because we had we get to this area, but we didn't find the other thing.
Right.
So now we had to go back. But with it being modded, sometimes that thing doesn't even load correctly. So we're okay, I guess we'll just stop playing this mod.
Right. They missed the obvious thing, which is, okay, make a Crash Bandicoot world, and then just make a bunch of zombies that look like Crash Bandicoot.
Well,
have a bunch of Crash Bandicoots come after you on his own map, and then just make that the map. It's not that hard.
That does not sound fun, and it also sounds like it would look and play like shit.
I think
this is why you're not a mod maker.
Oh,
fuck. I mean, it's not like their current mod works anyways.
Well, at least they're doing something original.
There was actually one good one that I played last year, I think, with a closed YouTube channel thing, Ken House Gaming.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It was a Crash Bandicoot thing, and you didn't have to find it. The worst thing you had to do was hit a certain block to open up a bridge, but there was giant metal question mark blocks, so it's not hard to miss those.
Yeah.
There's like no collecting or anything like that. So if I can find that one and get it to run, I think that'd be cool. But so we did that. I think this Thursday, if you're still down, depending on Tails or whatever, I think we can all join in together and kill zombos. But
Yeah.
that's up to you. We have Dark Souls characters. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
Play as Iron Tarkus, and he was Solaire.
Right. And you guys were trying to go through with melee weapons to keep the lore alive and all that.
Well,
right?
no, that was Coulter. He did a Coulter thing again, where he tries to impose himself additional difficulties.
Right.
But halfway through, he's like, "No, fuck this shit. This is so much slower." But he did really good. Like I mean, you know, because I suck at video games anyways. He lived more than I did, but he was tearing through shit. It was insane.
Dude, when we were playing with him before, he did the same thing. Like the first map we played, he was as Snorlax running through with melee weapons, and I think he got the most kills and was just tanking through everything as coach.
Yeah, he's badass.
Yeah.
Coulter's so good at video games. Tee-hee. Okay. Then in my actual free time, I played Slay the Spire because they have mods on it now.
Oh.
And per usual, the modding community, I guess. I'm not. As far as I know about
bullshit.
Anime bullshit, yeah. Like there's an actually cool character that you can play as, and it's like basically like you have like it's kind of like a combination of the Quiet, the Shiv lady, and like the robot guy. Basically,
The Silent?
I guess the Silent. It's like magic mixed with like knives. We play Left 4 Dead all the time, and that goon and Minnesota Coffin both do only melee. Yeah, sounds about right. That son of a bitch. Always killing with a fire axe. So this one is basically like you can do special attacks with these knives. You have to have a certain amount of knives on you so you can actually use these attacks. But you also get certain buffs with cards if you have stacks of like weak, frail, and whatever, like all your debuffs essentially. But the actual character is some blue-haired anime girl in a French maid outfit, but with like some weird mask. Like it has like the what's the first one?
Oh,
I can't remember his name. The strong one or whatever.
Oh, Ironclad.
Ironclad.
Yeah.
She has like Ironclad's mask, but and like
Incredible.
it's great detail and whatnot, but it's just like why can't
Why
quit
can't it
weeping out? Weeps must be stopped.
Why did it need to be a fucking French maid outfit? That's the thing. Like it could have been an anime character with blue hair and not a French maid outfit, and would have been fine. Peach Berry. Hell yeah, anime
Hell yeah,
babes.
anime. There's too many anime babes.
You're
There's
the
too
reason
much.
why, Peach.
It's you and Edge. You're the sole reasons behind this. So I had to check out other characters and whatnot, but like that's like the #1 mod, and it's actually really cool. It's just like every time I like look back at the character, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm playing as a French maid, blue-haired, mask-wearing lady. Neat. So did that. I also managed to play like an actual few rounds of Dead by Daylight because apparently everybody plays after midnight. So that's the trick. You have to stay up late if you want to play Dead by Daylight.
Gotcha.
Which is odd.
Anime babes doesn't sound like a real problem.
It's
It's definitely a first world problem. I'll give you that.
I think I found a bigger weeb than me. I think I found the link between me and Edge.
Right.
Holy shit! It's Peach. It's always been Peach. We figured it out. Thank
It was
God.
Peach all along.
Oh my God. But that's fun. Dead by Daylight. Playing as killers is fun, and playing as the survivors are equally fun in their own way. Like my problem has always been like I can't find people to play with because I try to play in the afternoon or something in my free time. But no, it's just you gotta wait until the very darkest part of night, and then you're like, okay, now people are out to play.
Gotcha.
That would be
Or-
what dawn is always darkest right before the day.
Nope.
Dusk.
Night is always darkest before the dawn.
No, there's like a dusk and dawn situation. Doesn't matter.
It's always the darkest before dawn.
Dusk
think.
is always darkest before. I don't
You're
care.
talking about two different times a day, Matt.
I know.
Fucking now we gotta fucking get this correct, otherwise we're gonna sound like stupid assholes. Dusk is always The dusk is always darkest before the dawn. Let's see
Is that
here.
the actual phrase?
Yeah, how about you guys suck
Wait,
my
where's the confirmation? I think you just searched that.
Okay, 1 second.
Who said it's always darkest before the dawn? First person.
I'm pretty sure it's the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Why does it just, that's why I go, the dusk is always darkest before the dawn, but there's people saying it's the darkest hour is just before the dawn. So it's basically, they all mean the same thing. It's like the darkest.
Yeah.
Fine.
Suck my nuts.
We will suck one nut because you're really technically right. We were all right. You were just, you have one of the
We'll all
phrases.
suck our own nuts.
We all get to suck each other one nut.
Oh, God.
We all have, we put our community nuts on the table and we each suck it. Speaking of sucking it, what did you guys play this week? This kid.
He got us again, that bastard. He boomed us.
I've been
what did you play
discovered.
on Monday.
Monday was 0 Day Minecraft.
Oh, yeah. We played Minecraft on Monday with Coulter from Road Rage Gaming.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. Most of that was just mining and running around and building our first initial like building and stuff like that. And then later on in the week, on was it
Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah, the next night we played with D, also from Road Rage Gaming, as being actual Minecraft day one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that one, D and I basically did a bunch of like homemaker type stuff.
Yeah,
And
gardening
and all that, and we made this sick fucking gardening like shack that looks like a.
That's cool. You guys want to hear what me and Coulter made?
Oh,
Me and Coulter made fucking Thor's hammer 2. All right, so now we can mine 9 blocks at a time in like a square.
Oh, shit.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mod we're running, Revelation, is like has like 200 plus mods in it.
Yeah,
It's like a totally like it's not vanilla Minecraft. It's not your baby's first Minecraft.
you could play it as vanilla Minecraft, but you'd be missing out on a lot. And so like that's why this upcoming time I'm gonna switch up my approach to farming. And
Well, yeah, they have like a super hoe and all sorts of stuff.
well,
You
we
can
already
get
have
Thor's.
that.
Super hoe.
You can get Thor's hoe.
Yeah, we already have a super hoe on our team, so I don't think we really.
You shouldn't talk about
mad.
Coulter like that.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Who are we talking about?
Oh, no.
But yeah, that's a lot of fun. It's good times. And then on Tuesday, of course, we played.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't because we couldn't get Into the Veil to work. So it's like the most Into the Veil thing is not having an Into the Veil at all.
Yeah.
This upcoming Tuesday, though, we should be able to do that, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Are we testing after this?
We can test after this, or we can test earlier on Tuesday. Your choice.
I would like to test after this.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good.
It's the date.
Thursday we played some more Tales of Vesperia.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Nice.
Did the
How's that
combat
going?
to you get a little bit better? Or you just got used to it?
I just got used to it. It's extremely clunky. Hey, oh no. No. That's gonna be a no.
Oh, no.
We got a follow from somebody who decided they wanted to troll us.
Yeah.
That's going to be in the podcast forever. Great. Oh, well, yeah, moving on.
Hide it. Stop it.
What else did we? Yeah, we played Tales of Vesperia. Talk about anime bullshit. That game is not very anime. The main character is me. If I was transported into a world of bullshit anime, he doesn't give a shit.
Dude, it's actually pretty funny.
It's hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah,
He's very sarcastic.
Yeah, he's really sarcastic. It's pretty good. He totally messes with. There's this other character. It's this little boy or whatever who's this young kid who just joined like a guild of like hunters or whatever, and so he's all about, oh yeah, I'm a hunter and I can do shit and I'm fearless, and then like just messing with him all the time. There's parts of cutscenes where he comes up behind him and scares him. And he's like, oh, I wasn't scared.
Yeah, and then he'll be like, oh, if you weren't such a good actor, people would have thought you were scared. It's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So that's fun. Me and Coulter played
Subnautica
on Monday with a multiplayer mod. And that didn't really work. It didn't really work. Like, it worked, but didn't really work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
couldn't really progress. Lots of glitches. We got out of bounds a couple times.
You were saying some of the creatures that usually attack you just didn't.
Yeah, some creatures didn't attack. Their AI, I guess, shut off, and then the mushrooms in the world would despawn. So we'd be like, we need to make batteries, and we're like, where's the acid mushrooms? They're all despawned. We had to reload.
Oh,
It happened quite a few times. But I
I'm
mean,
surprised
it's all right.
that doesn't have native multiplayer.
No.
That's weird. I mean, I guess it's kind of more of like a story survival game. I've heard recently, so it's like, oh shit. I mean, I guess that explains why. But it would have been cool to explore, like, hey, like most survival games, like Minecraft, whatnot. It's more fun if you have like at least one other person with you. But whatever.
But I mean, that was all right. I mean, we had a good time. Play for like 4 hours. Friday we played Thronebreaker. We are
almost
pretty
done
close to the end, I think. Like the end.
Actually.
Oh, I don't know though. It's really weird. It might just go on forever, which I'm okay with. It's a great game. But yeah. And I think that's all we played during the week, right? We didn't play anything on Friday.
Well, we last night we played Final Fantasy X.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why? Well, what got you there?
I bought it on sale.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then after the stream yesterday, we didn't have anything really to do.
So we're like, I want to play Final Fantasy X. We're like, okay. So we're playing through that right now. We're have you played Final Fantasy X? Yeah, we're just after Sin attacks
Kalika.
Yeah, Kalika. We're just before the big blitzball game, the first game where
We're about 4 hours in.
Yeah, 4 hours.
So are you like still with Titus and Aron, or are you into the current world or whatever?
We're into the current world.
We're the first blitzball game, but we're almost to the game where you play with Waka.
With Waka, brother.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I forget how long the actual intro is. I wasn't for sure.
It dragged.
Yeah. There's a whole section where you're just like
we were making
the water,
fire and shit. We're like, oh, it's like the Long Dark all over again.
Yeah. Like the first. Yeah, it's always. Yeah, most Final Fantasy games are like that. Yeah.
And the first it's got to be like one of the weirdest intros to the game, because you start it and then it has this extended scene where everyone's like around that campfire in the beginning, and everyone just kind of looks at each other, and that scene takes forever to happen. They look, and then they walk up this thing, and they look out in the world, and it's just playing to Xanarkand in the background, which is like a banger, but like, nothing's happening.
Yeah,
and then it's just like, this is my story, and the voice acting is way worse than you remember it being.
No, his voice acting isn't that bad.
No, but like
Yuna's
until you get to the scene. Wait until you get to the laughing scene.
Look, you fucking casual pieces of shit. I am so fucking sick of people going fucking That scene is so bad voice. It's supposed to be weird and awkward, you pieces of shit.
Yeah, it
context, you whores.
It actually is supposed to be an awkward scene, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be awkward. It's supposed to come off like that.
Yeah, I know. He's trying to like make her like line up and whatnot, but it's still weird.
It's not weird.
It's still weird. It can still be funny, but it's still weird.
I know, but all these people, they're like, Final Fantasy X has such bad voice acting, which it does in parts. I'll acquiesce.
Yeah,
but that part is not one of those parts.
Yeah. Imagine the older games having fucking. Imagine Final Fantasy VII with voice acting where they like bleep out every cuss word.
That would be sick.
Yeah, right. Well, okay. I'm having prove my point. Goddamn. Fuck. But nice. I'm glad you're playing that game. Like that game's kind of like my biggest regret, because young Cake played it, but like he was like, I hate grinding, so I'm never gonna grind. So I struggled through like every boss fight possible. I got to like the last time you fight Sin. I'm like the very last boss.
Well, no spoilers. I've avoided spoilers for about 15 years now.
We've actually never beaten it, so.
Okay, well, I haven't beaten it either, so don't worry. I got to the last boss, but I could never beat it. So instead of like grinding or whatever, I'm like, okay, fuck it. I just never played it again.
Right? Yeah. It's like, how do people when they're like 12 and they're playing the game for the first time, like, yeah, I remember I beat the game for the first time when I was 12 with my brother or some shit, and it's like, how'd you keep going? Because when I was younger, I tried to play Final Fantasy VIII, and I played through like the first disc or something like that, and then I like I just like ended up not finishing it for whatever reason, you know.
Yeah.
And then we repeated that process about
like 3 times,
485 times.
We still haven't beat Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, for some reason, Final Fantasy VIII is the only like Final Fantasy I've ever beaten.
Yeah,
and I did it as a kid. I don't know why. Maybe that one was like, oh, I gotta do it from Boy Squall. Ooh, edgelord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Squall is an edgelord, but he's still cool. He's still cool.
He's a cool edgelord.
I think he's cooler than Cloud for sure.
Oh yeah.
He's got a gun.
Zach.
Yeah, he's got a gun blade. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty sick.
That's pretty sick.
Anyways, we played Melee today, and we played Smash Ultimate yesterday. The Melee games today, pretty good. Got some pretty good games today.
Yeah, first time
Nice.
I played Fox
In a
about
while.
a month,
Yeah.
and it was sick.
Matt was actually playing really
I
good,
was
like, pretty well.
moving. I was grooving.
Yeah.
I was shining
Yeah.
Matt was
till
shining.
he was crying.
I didn't cry.
Oh, you're
That's
making a
just-
song about it. Okay, keep going.
Yeah,
No, that's it.
Okay.
that's the whole song.
You gotta know when to hold him, know when to fold him,
Oh god damn it.
know when to walk away.
No when to run. Yeah, and then Smash Ultimate, I don't remember a whole lot from Smash
I
Ultimate.
played a lot of Peach. You know, it was a fine day of Ultimate.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
trying
fun.
to stay positive.
Mhm.
But,
It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think that about does it for us.
Yeah.
Do you want to move on to the stories?
Yeah, buddy.
Okie dokie. Well, coming up in number 1,
Ba-ba-ba-bam.
ba-ba-ba-bam, Resident Evil 2. So there's some new news. There's some news regarding Resident Evil 2. Fizzcake, you found an article talking about how long the game is supposed to be. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, and I forgot to mention that Famitsu, or Famitsu, however you say it, the Nintendo, like the Japanese Nintendo magazine,
Right.
gave it like 9s and 10s. So
Wow.
that's the thing. So it's a good game. But also the length of it is about going to be 10 hours per character. But since they're like shared scenes between each story mode, because you're playing basically one side of the story as one character, and then you're playing the other side as the other character.
Yeah.
The second playthrough is going to be like a little bit shorter, but it's still good. Like, an average, it should be about like 20 hours altogether. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. During a launch event held in Dubai, during the event, director Kazunori Kadoi and producer Yoshiaki Hirabashi have been asked about the total length of the story, which will be around 10 hours long for each character. As there are plenty of shared sequences between the two characters, the second playthrough is going to be shorter, but this is a very good length for... Okay, that's just... Okay. That's just... That rest of it's just like, hey, that's good. So, yeah. So, that's cool. I think if you're just trying to like speed the line through the game, whatnot, 20 hours is a pretty good length, but with exploration and whatnot, it'll be a lot longer. Especially if they have any inkling to the old puzzles from the original one. So,
Right.
which they do. I managed to play a second time on the PS4, and there was like some stupid bullshit Griffin puzzle thing. So,
Dude, the puzzles in Resident Evil and Silent Hill games are just fucking dumb. They don't make any sense.
No,
they're
it
just
doesn't.
fucking like they're just stupid. Here,
Oh, yeah.
you got to get this fucking tiger's eye out of this glyph, and then you got to you got to shoot a well, right? The key's in the well, but the bad guys have already gone through that way. Did they have to do that? No.
Yeah.
Why do I have to do that?
Yeah, I mean, you can say that about Uncharted as well.
Yeah, that's
But
true. But they're not obtuse about it.
Right, yeah. No, yeah, a lot of the puzzles, it really feels like... I always think that there's more lore to it, like there's a reason for the puzzle because of some type of lore stuff, but they never really explain it past the fact that the puzzle exists.
Like,
I
the
remember
only...
this- Oh, go ahead.
I was saying the only time it made sense was in the first Resident Evil game where you're in this giant ass mansion about a guy that has like fucking government secrets and shit.
Right.
So yeah, he has puzzles and whatnot.
Yeah.
Number 2 and 3, you have police stations that have these fucking puzzles in them.
Yeah. It's like they just took
Yeah.
the first game and they were like, well, people are going to expect there to be puzzles because that's what was in the first game. We can't let them down, right? Because like I remember maybe it happened in the first one, but there's this one puzzle where like literally there's like a a statue in the middle, and you have to get this like ruby and put it in the statue, and then the statue
See
moves.
what I'm talking about?
The statue moves, or like it does some stuff. And you have to do some other things, and you gotta grab the coin from the hand of the thing, and then that somehow triggers something. Maybe I'm putting Silent Hill and Resident Evil together at the same time.
It doesn't matter.
But
They're
it's
the
all to
same.
get through like a wall.
They're interconnected.
Basically.
Yeah,
It's like
you can pretty much put one or the other. Yeah.
yeah.
They're just so stupid.
It'd be cool
Yeah.
if there was a lore reason.
You can have real puzzles that aren't dumb.
You know what's funny is in the movies they don't even touch the puzzles. In the movies,
Well,
it's like,
yeah,
oh,
why
we're
would-
hacking into the place?
Yeah, why would they have
I
puzzles?
would love to have seen Alice get to one of those like puzzles where she has to put like a gem into a slot or some shit, and she's like, "Where does this go?"
And then you got to move like a thing to the. It's just dumb. I hate it.
Yeah. They could have done better. Like if it made like more sense to like a police station puzzles, but they just basically put statue puzzles again in another game. But it's just Resident Evil. It is definitely super stupid. But what's kind of cool about this Resident Evil 2 remake is that they have interactive trailers.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
pretty
basically we have like together it's like a total of like 4 minutes of footage. But basically the first trailer you go through and you have a choice at the end of the first trailer to either see what Claire is going to do or what Leon's going to do. You follow those for like another 30 seconds, and then those each have like 2 choices depending on like what they're going to do. With Leon, it shows off like where you get like a shotgun at and shows like some sweet shotgun action, or introduces the dog cutscene where you first encounter your dogs, I think. Not your
You can have a
dogs,
pet?
zombie dogs. No, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
fucked it.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
should have
Pat.
thought about that before you said it. You got Matt's hopes up for like a second.
0 out of 10.
Fuck. With Claire, it's basically shows a little bit of the story, or it shows you just exploring something different. But it's kind of cool because you can like make your choices, and it shows just like a little bit. If like you're specifically interested in something, it will show you that little bit of it. And it's like, oh, that's cool. Glad I know that.
Yeah,
So
it's nifty. It's nifty.
it's better than a one-shot demo. No. God damn it.
Moving on to our next topic here. There is a mod for Skyrim called Skyrim Together that has been made for 8 players to be able to play the game cooperatively. It's not released yet, but it is going into closed beta
For all their Patreoners.
for all the Patreon people. Is
The
that who it's for?
Patreonites.
Is that who it's for?
Yes.
The Patrones, yeah. For our loyal Patreons, for a temporary closed beta, don't fear, this will shortly be available for all.
Right. And I think it's something that I've been waiting for a long time, to be able to play just like the
Yeah,
single
but
player
dude,
game.
what
but
about
multiplayer.
Fallout 76?
Oh, what?
You can play Fallout with your friends, and let me tell you, it just works. It just works.
Yeah, I've never heard of that game. It doesn't exist in my reality.
It just works.
No, it's not.
God Coward, he said it.
God Coward.
I
Such
don't-
a good fucking name, dude.
Yeah. Best name. Best name of 2018.
Yeah. So apparently, and you were talking about before the stream how
I don't know if it was the same modding team.
It
I think
might
they
not
might
have
have had the same name, but they had come up with like 2-player co-op, but had a bunch of desync issues and shit like that. So I don't know if it ever got
Yeah.
off the ground or if this morphed into that or what. But apparently they're gonna have servers and shit. Like it's gonna have
it's kind of his own launcher.
yeah.
Well, thank God, another one.
Yeah, Bethesda objected to the release of the mod on Steam, so they have to have their own launcher so that they can't use the Steam shit, which is
Oh.
probably for the best.
Can you just imagine if this is better than Fallout 76? Like the co-op specifically.
I feel like it's going to be.
Well, I
so,
mean, Skyrim plays on everything, so I mean, like,
it can be cross-platform.
what?
Oh my God. JK, LOL.
And then Bethesda
so-
just like hires this team, is like, can you do this for Fallout?
I mean, they're not Valve. They don't do that.
Yeah, they're not cool.
Cool. They're just probably
I mean,
to
they're pretty
DMCA them or something.
You know, they gave us Prey, you know, Dishonored, the new Wolfenstein games.
Yeah, this article says stay optimistic.
Oh, that was
Bethesda owns all those
Okay.
companies.
Yeah, I forgot. I was saying like, but Arcane made it, but I forgot Bethesda published them or whatever.
Right.
Owns them, yes.
Yeah. The article
That's
says stay optimistic, but the first time we heard the mod was nearly ready to launch was back in 2017. So they could be actually nearly ready to launch, or they could be like, we're going to test it out. Oh shit, there's so many problems, and then not launch.
Yeah,
but Yeah.
At the end of the day, closed beta is progress, but yeah, we don't know how long this is going to take. I can only imagine all the horrors and whatnot. Even Bethesda can't make their own multiplayer online interactive program game, so I can only imagine what it takes for people who don't even work for Bethesda to make a multiplayer thing for a game.
Right. Yeah.
You know what's funny is I joked with Coulter on Monday when we were playing Subnautica that we should just start a show where we play single player games that have multiplayer mods, and just see how bad they are. That was the whole thought. It was funnier then.
No, I mean, it's such a niche. It's very specific.
It's very niche.
I didn't say it was going to be a long show. It was going to run for 10 seasons.
There you go. Just 10 episodes.
All right.
That'd be fun. Yeah, just to, like, see if and compare them to like other games in the thing. Like, see if there's like a Fallout 4 mod for that, and see if it's better than Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, I support it.
I know. It's
We believe in you, Matt.
But last thought about this: after the beta closes, they will announce maybe a week or so afterwards what the open beta date will be. So
The only thing I care about is if we're going to get private servers, because I don't want to play on no European server, and I also don't want to be matched up with other people.
Yeah.
I want to play Skyrim alone,
but
With friends.
but with one or two friends.
I don't see it being like that. That would be weird.
What?
Like
Playing Skyrim alone?
no, playing being forced into matchmaking with somebody else.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I don't know. The way they have the server thing situated, they're only allowing 8 people per server, or not per server, but per shit. I just
game.
wonder how that's going to work.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
are they going to have a ton of servers? Because I think they're grossly underestimating how many people want to play Skyrim
Together.
together.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I'm cautiously neutralistic about it.
You could just say you're cautious, dude. Yeah.
Just be cautious.
Okay.
Hashtag
Neutralistic.
cautious.
Next up on our list, Machinima. So everybody remembers Machinima, right? Back in the day, YouTube videos. A lot of bigger gaming YouTubers started out with posting videos to Machinima, and they just recently sold.
They sold a while ago.
Yeah, that's true. They sold to Fullscreen. I think it might have been like almost half a year ago now.
Yeah.
And since then, nearly every video on Machinima's popular YouTube channel has seemingly been deleted following its sale to Fullscreen Media earlier this week. Now, I really hope they're not deleted. I would really hope that it's just maybe like...
Well, they had started taking down videos like when they got acquired to make them more Machinima more ad friendly, so family oriented, cussing, all that shit.
Yeah.
But I guess they're like, this is too much work.
Yeah.
Just take them all down.
Like, I would hope that they just like privated them or something like that.
What I don't understand, why don't you just leave it up? Who cares?
Yeah.
Like the money, the ad revenue that you're gonna make
It's going to be off the newer stuff.
Well, it's not going to be off the newer stuff. I think it's going to be off the older shit.
So you're saying that like all the revenue that you'd be getting from it anyways,
yeah, now you're
is
getting
from
zero money from it when
Yeah.
you could have just left those videos up, and even if you weren't getting full monetization for the cussing and stuff like that on video or certain videos, but I mean, I'm sure most videos would still, have some type of ad revenue on it.
What's crazy is like the reason for that doesn't really hold, like it doesn't hold any ground when you think about the fact that they haven't done anything with it even still though.
Yeah.
So like they've taken it and they're like, well, we're afraid of like, what if it looks bad to to people who want to give us money, but we're also not going to do anything new.
Yeah, because I'm sure none of the people from Machinima are still there working on it.
Right.
Some faceless corporation called Fullscreen.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck are these guys?
It's owned by Warner Brothers.
Fucking Warner Brothers.
I'm pretty sure.
You can make a
Fullscreen
shitty DC movie. Oh wait, you do.
Yeah, it says the channel currently has 18 videos listed on its channel, although most of those videos don't actually play. Those videos are official Machinima productions, not independent uploads from creators who worked under the company's multi-channel network Machinima Creators banner. It says a report from Tube Filter stated that Fullscreen's acquisition will result in the layoff of Machinima employees, with some joining other units within Warner Media.
What, the 4 that are left?
And Otter. I don't know what Otter is. Though it is unclear how many staffers these cuts will ultimately impact.
2 or 3?
Oh, apparently the acquisition only happened earlier this week.
Really? I thought
Maybe they were just talking about it?
Maybe they were talking about it. Maybe they were getting rid of videos to sell.
Oh.
To make
maybe.
Machinima more enticing to buy.
That's crazy. Yeah, it says following the acquisition earlier this week, a Fullscreen representative told The Verge that it wasn't commenting at the time. It did say that Fullscreen and Otter Media, Fullscreen's parent company, have a lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline over the next few months. They did not offer any information at the time about Machinima's videos will remain on the channel, but then they did eventually get rid of them.
I actually did apparently hear about this a little bit earlier because I follow Maximilian Dude, and he said his whatever you call not MCU, what the fuck is it called?
MCN.
MCM dropped him, but I didn't realize he was working for Machinima. I didn't realize that was what the problem was, and so he just made a video like one day. He's like, my MCM just dropped me, guys, so now I have to go work on my own stuff now. But the good thing was, like, he finally got to re-upload older videos that had like copyright problems with them.
Yeah,
but
because they had the Machinima was super, like, you own everything that you make intellectually.
Right.
Yeah, and he basically I just wanted to get them up on the video. I didn't care about like making money or whatever. I just want the videos up there because like they're important because like they were there when he first started his channel and whatnot.
Yeah.
But now that he's like on his own, he can like upload them and just not have ad revenue on it. But apparently, I guess Machinima was giving a bunch of shit about it. So that explains that. Now I know more. Wow, I'm learning stuff on this show.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, but wasn't the MCU? Wait, MCU, Jesus,
See,
what
now
are you doing? The MCN that Live TV had wasn't that Machinima?
Yeah, and they had a lot of problems with that too.
Yeah, Live TV guys, they right when they were like at their peak, they ended up signing with Machinima, and then
Machinima gave them apparently no support, and they signed with a fake Machinima first.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
It's a big drama thing.
Yeah, but basically, ultimately, they had convinced them to make a second channel to do certain stuff, and then to separate it from their first channel, and then they didn't want them to do certain series, and they were like really controlling, and they were with them for like way longer than they ever wanted to, and it kind of killed their whole thing a little bit. Like, they lost all their momentum because of it.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Fucking YouTube culture. Just everything involving YouTube is getting shittier. It seems like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Machinima,
but not,
I mean,
but not this video. This video for YouTube's great. We love YouTube. It's great.
We can criticize them. What are they going to do?
What, demonetize us?
What monetization?
They're gonna kill you. Like they killed so many others.
Yeah. But
Bear Taffy had a great tweet the other day. YouTube creators tweeted out, what drives you to make YouTube videos? And then he replied, Twitch. I'm like, that's my dog.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, they've been having like a lot of like tone deaf tweets recently. Like, what's your favorite animator? We don't know. You kill them all with your fucking monetization. Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, but I mean, I was just gonna say, like, Machinima, historically significant for being like a major thing on YouTube. Not always
one of the
best.
first MCMs.
Yeah, one of the first MCNs, especially for video games. It didn't really turn out very great for a lot of people as far as an MCN is concerned, but a lot of classic video game related videos came out of it. And I remember seeing that Machinima logo for the longest time. I thought they were a much bigger company than they were when I was watching them initially.
Yeah.
But now they don't exist really.
Yep.
They're totally they've been bought out, and I'm assuming it's going to be an entire brand change.
Who knows?
Yeah, so that's a big change. See, I had totally forgotten that they were an MCN and that would be affected.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Man.
I was just wondering because like a couple months ago, Nornline was talking about how he's still with Machinima.
So I wonder
who.
Dun, dun.
Who?
So like if that's the case, he had a stream today. He didn't even talk about it.
I don't think he
he doesn't talk about like he just moves forward.
Super inertia based.
Oh yeah.
Just like if it works, I'm just gonna keep doing it. That's why there's a million Isaac episodes.
Machinima shouldn't have even been able to get their name TM'd. I know nothing about that. I don't like. Is that a thing? Do you know?
So
Yeah, I think he's talking about how Machinima is not like a
trademarkable.
well that somebody else owns it or some other shit.
Oh, right. Like they weren't the first ones to make the name.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it doesn't matter as long as you copyright it first.
Yeah,
and have a bigger
more lawyers.
Clout, yeah, bigger clout, basically.
Right. Yeah.
I forgot to put this on the list, but the whole Ellie thing. Do you want to talk about that for 5 seconds?
Sure. Sure. So.
Okay. So what the fuck?
Yeah, she's a character from The Last of Us, Ellie. It's a joke, people.
Ellie, dude. No. Yeah.
Damn.
So there's a whole controversy going on with this player.
I thought this was a fun place.
Quote unquote. I was playing along. I was playing along. I was yes-anding. God.
I know improv. I listened to the improv thing.
I watched BoJack Horseman. They talked about it once.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a whole controversy going on with this Overwatch player named Ellie, and the long and short of it is basically they started posting stuff. And people were like, oh, my God, this gamer girl, she's so good. And then she got put onto a team, and then she left the team because of personal reasons or whatever. And then it comes out, oh, no, Ellie's not a real person. And we were going to talk about this last week because it was a little bit more time, like, more relevant when it comes to stories. But we wanted to mention it here because we actually have a couple of articles that just adds further confirmation to the illegitimacy of Ellie.
Yeah.
But as far as I remember it, there was the whole reason why it's a controversy is because there was a group of people in the gaming community who were like, nah, that ain't a girl, that's a guy or whatever. And then there's another group of people who were like, hey, no, you can't say who's a girl or what, you're just upset because it's a girl gamer and she's really good. And there was like arguments happening. And then as it comes out, oh no, it wasn't a girl, it was a guy who was acting like a girl. And now everyone's upset about it.
Also, one second.
Oh, yeah.
Machinima is a style of video Rooster Teeth made red versus blue before Machinima was the channel. That doesn't matter because you can't copyright a style of video.
Well, I mean, I understand where you're coming from to Top Gundy. The people who came up with it first, should you would think would be able to reap the rewards of that and the fact that it's a style of video. But regardless, if it's trademarked by someone first, then they have dibs.
Well, I think it's talking about they ripped off Rooster Teeth's like video game kind of like comedy, I guess.
Right.
That's what I read that as.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those where that was in the time that was in kind of a Wild West period of.
You can do that now.
Yeah, well, I mean, even more so, like, just when everything was coming up.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Well,
anyways, continue. Sorry. Thought. Your thought was stupid.
Oh, your thought was stupid.
Hey. Yes, and?
Fuck.
But opening up this article here, basically we got confirmation from Blizzard that they did an investigation. And, I mean, this happened on the 5th, but they confirmed that Ellie wasn't who they said they were after Overwatch contenders... further reports came out that the Overwatch contender player Ellie suggests that it's not her at the controls because it wasn't. It was this other player named Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said Punisher was trying to do a social experiment, and then streamer for Cloud9 has been confirmed with people that he was posing as Ellie. And sort of social experiment, exactly what that experiment was intended to accomplish is unclear, as is whether or not Punisher was the only other player involved in faking Ellie's account. The only thing that appears to have been accomplished here is incurring further suspicion. Okay, well, that's just, yeah. So the part of the problem with this now, after it's been exposed that it is in fact just a guy seeing if he could play as a girl and I guess get more likes or something.
Which happened.
Which did, it technically happened. Now people are like, well, fuck, now you've fucked everything up. So now, future female players are going to be under further speculation. But the problem with this entirety was, there was no, if I remember correctly, Ellie just suddenly showed up and was, competing in games. And, people are like, well, she didn't even, do, the lower tier stuff of, qualifiers or whatever, if I remember correctly.
Right.
So people are asking because of that, but now people are like, oh, great. Now you've brought women back 10 years in video games.
I don't think it's quite that effective.
100 years.
I mean, you know, honestly, I don't think it really like did a whole bunch of damage. Like, sure, it probably made some people more like critical, but people were consistent. There was a whole group of people that were already consistently critical of Ellie's, you know, perceived identity as being a real person from the get-go because of clues such as all of a sudden they started posting these high-level games. They came out of nowhere, and then like in a very short period joined a team or was going to join a team. Yeah, so that's the ththing that happened.
Yeah. So it's just really weird that like that happened, and now it's like, what the fuck? Okay, this is a thing that happened in the gaming community. So great. All right.
Moving on over.
Yes.
Moving on over.
So, up next, Atlas. So,
Oh yeah.
Matt, you had some.
No, I didn't have anything.
Well, I mean,
they're just stupid.
You had some content. Yeah, I mean, they were stupid. So Atlas, a recent game that came out by the developers of Ark, was supposed to be this crazy game. Was it piratey? It was piratey, right?
Yeah.
And it turns out it's trash. And on top of it being trash, they have been hit on multiple occasions by either hackers or a hacker. Nobody really knows. They got into the administrator's account, and they have been doing some pretty crazy stuff, such as loading in tons of tanks from like a previous potential DLC build or something like that from Ark. Some other, like, not from within the game, but from the Ark engine, basically. And then a bunch of giant whales. And they did it so much and had so many of them being brought in that it was really laggy, and they ended up having to
shut down the servers,
roll back the servers even.
Yeah, that was the second time, I think.
Well, the second time forced to roll back. The first time was just shut down.
Yeah.
Oh, in combat aircraft. They had combat aircraft.
They had tanks and all sorts of shit.
Jesus.
Wow.
So Atlas continues to be Atlas. It's just great.
Apparently they've taken the appropriate
Monka?
steps. How's it going, Monkey Mans? Yeah, apparently they're taking the appropriate steps to make sure it doesn't happen again. But it's just so funny.
Well, they didn't take the appropriate steps the first time?
Yeah, get a password manager for your administrator accounts.
This fucking game is out like a year way too fucking early is the fucking problem. But they want to make more money. They got to get that early access. This is early access.
I'm not even sure if it was out like early. I think like from what I've seen from the game, it just looks terrible.
Well, I'm just saying, like, they should have waited another year and actually work on the game stuff. Early access, give us money, then give us more money with early access DLC, and then we sell the game for real for more money.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's just so crazy that like Atlas is just built on top of Ark, basically. And
yeah.
And then you have that cool Easter egg where you can load into Ark through Atlas.
You can play 2 games for the price of 1. It's a good deal.
For the price of buying both games. So yeah, it's just, I'm just imagining the visual. It's like Eurogamer has video clips from a live stream that was going as soon as the whales started spawning in their area. Later on, a World War II era aircraft dive bombs into a galleon, prompting a "What the hell was that?" from the streamer. Another clip shows tanks from the same period spawning on a beach and exploding once they reach the water. Good times.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like that company, man.
Yeah. Well, it's Ark again, just with pirates now instead of dinosaurs. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta like spend 12 hours training your boat.
Yeah. Just
so
click on a boat.
Follow you.
Yeah.
Or you gotta spend 15 hours training your B-52 so that it'll love and respect you.
No, they don't have that DLC technically out yet. It just got hacked. You can't do that yet. And everybody's been speculating it's going to be 20 hours. So get your facts straight, please. This is a video game news podcast.
Right. Of course.
If you can't tell our level of sarcasm, that's all been sarcasm for the last minute. Sorry for new listeners and viewers.
Right. Yeah. We aren't actually a video game podcast.
That I meant like training your boat for 12 hours, but that too.
Yeah. Up next, we have Mortal Kombat 11. everything we know. And so I'm just pulling this from an article off of Polygon. But we want to talk about Mortal Kombat 11. It was just recently announced. Biscuit, you said you watched the stream.
Yeah, they did a live stream where they announced. Well, I mean, they just showed more gameplay. They showed the story, showed some battles and whatnot. They had like a Ronda Rousey thing, showing her playing or being Sonya Blade or whatever. I'm happy for her. She was very excited about it. She's like, I grew up playing Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat, loved it. Now I get to play as her. Basically, cool. Mortal Kombat 11 is like the other Mortal Kombats, except for they've amped the gore and the damage and everything up by 11.
11. Oh, see, this is a Spinal Tap situation.
Oh fuck! Like it's fucking gross as shit. Like there's one fatalities. Goodbye. I'm leaving now. No, basically a guy punches somebody in the back of the head so hard that their eyes and brains pop out.
We saw that.
Yeah, the front of the face comes off and the brain falls with it. Just like it's crazy.
Oh yeah, like they're all fucking gross as shit, and it's great because that's what fucking Mortal Kombat is. But so they've basically updated their graphics and whatnot. They have this new like near death mode. I can't remember what it's called, like something mode. Basically where somebody can like finish you off with like one of those X-ray vision fights.
That's cool.
I'm trying to find it off the top of my head, but
apparently it's coming to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One on April 23rd. It's coming to everything.
Oh, I didn't realize it's coming out for Switch.
My birthday.
Oh yeah, the day before birthday. That's cool.
Ah, nice. You can play Mortal Kombat 11. The only thing I'm worried about is they have new cosmetics, which of course it starts with a K. Where
they've been
basically
doing that for years.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like now it has like what Injustice 2 had, where basically items have like stats and whatnot, so you can like. I can't remember off the top of my head if you can like turn those off for multiplayer or you have to have them. I imagine they'll have a mode for both. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Right.
But it's just a little bit troubling because I'm sure there's gonna be loot boxes involving that. But
I hope
I'm not for sure about that. Can't confirm that, but that's just speculation there. But the cool things is like you can adjust like AI behavior for these characters as well when you're not playing them. So you can like make Scorpion like more grabby and punchy versus like being defensive and whatnot.
That's pretty cool.
And the outfits that you can get, like the cosmetics you can get, it's pretty cool. Ranges from like new cool shit to like old Mortal Kombat shit. Yeah.
Classic with a K.
Yeah. It has to be.
Yes.
And then there's also like some pro gaming things that I don't know because I didn't stay around. That was like a whole different stream. But it looks cool. The story now has time people in it, so they
did that in Mortal Kombat 9, I think, is where they split the timelines.
Yeah, it says it continues right from the. It says the game the storyline continues right from where the 2011 Mortal Kombat left off.
MK9.
Yeah, I think it's they didn't.
Go ahead, Fiskate. You're going to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Spencer's over here talking.
Well, it's. They did the thing, but this takes place after Mortal Kombat X because that's whatever they split the timeline. Yes, they did that, but now like the Time Lords are involved. Like, oh hey, you fucked up the time. Now we're gonna punch you and shit with time powers.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off, the Doctor.
Yeah.
Not Doctor Who.
The Doctor.
Doctor what?
Something really cool here. It says Mortal Kombat 11 will also introduce the flawless block. If a player blocks an attack with perfect timing, they'll have a window to counterattack, which should open up some interesting high-risk, high-reward situations.
That's just a parry,
That's nifty. And then it says, as far as the story goes, Raiden has upset the balance of history with the death of Shinnok.
Hey, spoilers.
It's the synopsis of like the setting.
Yeah,
of
but
the
what
story.
if people haven't played 9 or 10?
Okay,
well, then they shouldn't be reading news about 11.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm always excited, and I've always thought it was a really cool idea with fighting games to purposely don't nerf, just buff. And it seems like apparently people are just doing crazy amounts of damage to each other all the time, and it's nuts. So hopefully there's some kind of competitive edge to that, but otherwise it'll just be a fun time.
Oh, the thing I was talking about is called Crushing Blows, and basically you can press R2 and R1 or something like that to when they're low enough health to basically get them to 0 health, and then you can do fatalities or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's what that is. So yeah,
nice.
But I think that's pretty much it as far as we know. There's gonna be like a open beta on the 28th of April, I think. So we'll probably know more then. But
right,
pro players have been picking it and analyzing the mechanics so far because they had like the whole block where people were playing it.
Yeah, they had an exhibition. They had Sonic Fox in there and stuff. Did we want to just looking at the time? Did we want to go over the data dumping thing? And then, do you have any questions for us this week, or is this a question?
Looks like a question list.
I have questions. I have like a whole list of questions that we can always answer. So we can do both if you want. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I was going to suggest we move on to the data dumping thing because it's important for people to know about.
Yeah.
And then do maybe a question.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. So, speaking of data dumping,
that I brought up mere moments ago.
Yes.
In reference to this topic.
In reference
that
to the
I'm
topic
about to speak about right now.
Speaking of that topic, the one that we were just mentioning, that I brought up a moment ago.
Yeah.
A massive data dump exposes 770 million email addresses and 21 million passwords. So, it's the largest ever collection of compromised accounts. So, basically, change your passwords because it's not just from one location; it's from multiple sources, multiple like websites. It says here. Last week, multiple people reached out and directed me to a large collection of files on the popular cloud service Mega. The data has since been removed from the service, so you can no longer get access to it. But it totaled over 12,000 separate files and more than 87 gigs of data. And he went through this guy, I don't have his name, but Troy Hunter. Yeah, Troy Hunt. He went through and then found that number is 773 million email addresses and 21 million unique passwords that have been leaked of people's information. It says, to be clear, this is not the result of a single data breach. The collection of data compromises many different individual data breaches from literally thousands of different sources. So they don't know specifically where this information came from, which is why it's important to just change the password and everything. Because it's not like, oh, Yahoo had a problem or Google had a problem. It's like, it could be a ton of different places.
Yeah, it should change your shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a link in the chat and whatnot. There's a website called haveibeenpwned.com, and you can put that in to figure out where you've been compromised at. And I just checked like one of my personal emails, and I've been pwned in Patreon and Tumblr with that, so that's great. So I need to change. Well,
I think the real crime here is that you have a Tumblr.
You're a real crime against humanity and stuff.
Wow.
Bitch. Oh no. Like the one I use for everything has been my other personal email. Tumblr, Adobe,
holy shit.
Collection 1, Discus, Exploit.Imager, Kickstarter, Last.fm, MySpace, what the fuck, Nexus Mods, nothing's safe. But luckily I've changed my password since all this stuff, so I think I should be fine, but holy shit. Nobody's safe.
On 17 different websites.
Oh no. Well, let's just do this for the rest of the podcast. Everybody figure out. Oh no, Evie's been pwned too. From Imager, Coupon Mom, and Ticketfly. God damn it. You got your passwords leaked. Way to go.
Actually, it's just the email.
Well, email, yeah, sorry. No, you're fine. Just change your passwords.
Right.
Okay, all right.
All right, so you have a question for us.
Let's see here. Let me see. Okay. What did we ask last week? What was it, the game you think people pretend to like the most?
Bad game endings.
Yeah, but we did the game people, I think, pretend. I think that sounds like a good one.
So what's the
I thought we already did that.
No, we did. It was on the docket, but we didn't do that one.
Okay.
Right, we had a couple questions. Yeah, go ahead.
What's the one game you think people pretend to like the most?
Fucking Spec Ops: The Line.
Oh.
That game is bad. The message is stupid.
Oh, damn.
All right.
All right.
There's very little redeeming qualities about that game. And I think
Okay.
people just circle jerk themselves into a frenzy about the message. Fucking stupid.
All right. Well, somebody's been thinking about this. I'm just waiting to bust
I
it
had it
open.
ready. I had it cocked a month ago.
I have to think off the top of my head. I'm not even going to touch that, but I don't know. Let me think.
Dude, you can agree. It's fine.
What was the question again? Just like how's it worded? No, I just want to make sure that what I have applies.
What's the one game you think people pretend to like the most?
Right. Okay. I think a good candidate for this would be Destiny,
Oh, Destiny. That's good.
because it is one of those games where you want to like it and you don't want to tell yourself the truth.
Especially after you drop $120 on it.
Yeah.
And anybody who still plays Fallout 76 and says that they still enjoy the game.
That
Like
too,
those
yeah.
drones on our Fallout.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
God.
right, dude. I'm coming for everybody.
No holds barred this time. Matt's on the loose. Watch out. He's rampaging. Oh, fuck.
What is he gonna say next? What? Go ahead.
Now, this is not a dig on you guys. I know you truly enjoy this game. World of Warcraft. I think a lot of people have the sunken fallacy or whatever with World of
Sunk
Warcraft.
cost fallacy.
Yeah,
I can
that
actually see that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No,
thing.
yeah.
So
I
it's
think I
not
kind of
a dig
agree.
on you guys. I know you enjoyed what you played, but except for the last expansion that you didn't enjoy, whatever. But
Right.
I know
Yeah,
like a
but
lot of people who
We were never in it. You know what I mean? We
Well,
played
yeah, you
so
weren't-
casually compared
Yeah.
to people who sunk their
Just-
lives into it, where they
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
do anything but that.
exactly.
And I think
yeah.
that's
We've never been like that.
I think even more so, like as the game keeps changing and moving forward, it's becoming more and more like what you're saying, as far as being like a game that really isn't anything like it was prior and isn't worth the amount of time people are still putting into it.
I feel the worst for people who are like here on World of Warcraft day one, are still playing it to this day. And they're like, it's good-ish. It's not like it used to be, but it's fine. I've spent so many dollars on this shit. Oh God, Christ alive.
I'm gonna
But,
go play classic. Yeah.
I'm gonna just go
vanilla,
play
whatever.
classic.
Yeah.
Off
classic.
the top of my head, I think WoW, maybe, probably Warframe as well, because there's like, it's a very grindy game, but that's like most MMOs. You know what, MMOs? That's gonna be my thing. Every MMO, people just pretend they like MMOs.
What's crazy is, in a way that kind of applies to me, because I so badly want to like play an MMO and like it and have that be a thing, because in the past we've had like really good times with MMOs with friends, and a big adventure and a huge world and all this stuff, right? But I haven't had that type of moment with an MMO in such a long time. Every time I played an MMO in the last like maybe 5 years has just been, oh well, I guess we'll try this one out and see if it's cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hoping that it's good, and I haven't played like a good MMO in forever.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
All right,
Eventually,
well,
I
add that-
just stop caring.
Yeah.
Eventually, video games have no meaning, and then this podcast.
Okay. Hellblade
And then-
Senua's
Also has no-
Sacrifice.
And then you play Spec Ops: The Line.
Okay.
What was the whole meaning with that one?
It was kind of like,
Remember.
basically there was like two things. There's like, oh, you have to do harsh stuff in the military sometimes, and two is like, oh, it's like, hey, the game's calling you out for playing the game as a game. Fuck,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
You do things in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Game
not
makes you
gonna-
feel like an
no.
asshole about it.
not gonna get into it. We don't have time. It's fine.
Right.
Close us
Right.
out. Get us out of
All right.
here.
Sick. Cool. All right. We're gonna move on.
Look,
to...
it's a trash game. I'm sorry.
Shut
You know
up.
what?
Save it for next week, you bitch.
All right. Fistcake. Tell people where they can find you and what you're doing.
You can find me on the Fist Cake on twitch.tv/fistcake, where this week, hopefully Into the Veil, which we should fix out. I will be able to fix the issues after this, hopefully, with Mune Year Zero. After that will be Super Smash Brothers. Wednesday, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Both Ultimate, sorry. Thursday, more Left 4 Dead 2 with Rogue Rage Gaming, possibly you boys. Friday, more Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. And then for YouTube, I should have more of the Hex this week, more of Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I have to. The thing with the Curse of Darkness is I record a lot of footage, but most of it was just me like grinding, fighting creatures and whatnot. So it's not very interesting. So I might just cut it down to like an episode after the whole streams because I'm like last 2 boss fights. So that's going on, and I'm also on Twitter at the Fist Cake, where I, tweet stuff sometimes. And that's it for me. Where can people find you two?
All right. So for us, you can find us on YouTube and on Twitch at Neanderthal Gaming TV. It's the same name in both places. Mm-hmm. We are streaming most every day. On the weekends, we're doing Smash Ultimate and Melee. Monday, we're doing Civilization 5. Mm-hmm. Tuesday, it's Into the Veil with Fistcake. Or we're playing Mutant Year Zero. And also after that, we're playing some Minecraft with Ridge Gaming as well. And then we'll be playing some Tales of Vesperia this week. And possibly Left 4 Dead 2 with our buddies. So that might be happening this week as well. Anything else that is a potential stream?
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Smash Ultimate and Melee. You can follow us on Twitter at NeanderthalGTV. It's where you can find what we're doing when videos release. We're gonna have to start doing that custom made every time now because it's ending on January 31st.
Shit!
Yeah. So for Content Complete specific information, you can follow us on Twitter at Complete Podcast. At Complete Podcast.
Yes.
On screen, it still shows at Comcast. I need to change that. My bad. But it's at
that's
Complete
fine.
Podcast.
It's my fault. I kind of just changed it without telling you guys ahead of time. But I was like, I have to change it somehow. And so after figuring out 13 different combinations, I couldn't do Content Podcast or Content Complete Cast or anything like that. It was the one I did find was Complete Podcast.
Nice. I mean, it works.
Man, I figure it's better than what it is now. But
it is the complete podcast. It's got everything you need.
Yeah,
exactly.
Controversy, funniness,
Video games.
Matt.
Well, I mean, just a barely
His
daily recommended dosage of him.
correct opinions about everything.
Always, forever, never wrong.
Non-sarcastically,
Not at all.
totally seriously.
Always serious.
You can send us ideas and suggestions and questions or whatever you want to contentcompletecast@gmail.com. The podcast goes live at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays on twitch.tv/concomcast and twitch.tv/NeanderthalGamingTV. All episodes are available on YouTube. The audio-only version is available on your favorite podcasting app, and both are released on Mondays. So we stream on Sundays, and then the very next day at 8 a.m. or so, the video and the audio-only version is available. Any last words, announcements, anything like that?
No, I think I'm good.
I am also good.
All right. Well, thanks everyone so much for watching, for hanging out, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.